Hey everyone, Joellen here. Welcome to our second community night where we're going to be talking about being real, not fake. And isn't this so true? We live in a world of Photoshop selfies and filters, and our students, they need to know that there's a place they can go where they can be real, that they can be the person who God created them to be. And we really want them to know that Shift is that place. And our one nights, our community nights, that this is a safe place for them. And a great way to help them see that this is a safe place is by building relationship with them. And seriously, one of the best ways to build relationship is during that hangout time that we have before community time. You know, when they come over and they're asking you to play Nine Square and Uno and things like that. I'm going to be real for a minute. I actually don't like Nine Square that much, but I'm never going to tell my students that. And if they ask me to play Nine Square, I'm going to play Nine Square because I know that that's where relationships are built. That time of just laughing and talking and playing, relationships are built. And they learn that I care about them and I love them. You know, when you're in that hangout time too, a great thing too is to always be looking for those kids that are on the sidelines. You know, the ones I'm talking about. They're kind of hung out a bit back against the back wall. They've got their heads down. They're staring at their phones, right? Those kids, we need to reach out to them too. So I'm going to challenge you. Make it a priority. Take a look for those kids today. Invite them. Join them in your group. Bring them in with a group of kids who are playing a game. Try to connect with them too. It's a great tie to our lesson this week, being real, not fake, right? So you've probably gotten your lesson off Planning Center, and you've probably noticed then that the lesson looks exactly the same as what we had last week. And so we open up again with these 5 sections, keeping in mind we have 1 hour, not enough time to do every idea that's listed here on this page. So again, you're going to pray before you begin. You're going to pray throughout the week. You're going to prepare by looking at this ahead of time, taking a few minutes to really go through and think about what you want to focus on during your group time. So for me, giving you an idea of what it looks like for my group this week, my icebreaker, I'm going to ask them what stood out to them in the message. Again, I'm only going to spend about 5 minutes there, but I'm going to listen to what they're saying and tie that into this next part, this get talking time. And I love this question where it says, hey, let's get real. What's an area in your life that you tend to be fake or try to cover up? And at this point, I'm hoping I can get some discussion going. If I feel like it's stalled or maybe crickets are starting, I'm going to share something about me. When's a time I've covered something up? What's a weakness that I have that I try to overcompensate for, maybe because I'm intimidated or uncomfortable? So I'm going to be prepared to share something like that if need be. Then we're going to move into our spiritual time. We're given 2 verses to read and do together with them. Again, they need to use their Bible app, a Bible, but have them read it, look it up with you. You'll be surprised how many students may not know how to use a Bible, and you may have to give a little bit of instruction on how to find scripture in that Bible. So you're going to spend some time looking those up, talking about them. Remember, this section, this is the meat and potatoes, so about 30 minutes of my time I'm going to devote to this. I love this one question where it says, why should we be real about our weaknesses? So I'm going to be prepared to share a personal weakness and talk about how that's affected me in my life. Just again, to try to get them talking and show them that I'm real too, right? This is a safe place to be real. We're going to move into the action steps, and I've chosen one that I like, and I'm going to ask my students to tell me one thing they can do this week to be real. I'm going to hold them to it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to reach out to each one of them during the week, probably through text, and say, hey, how are you doing on that? Then we're going to move into prayer. Again, 5 minutes. But remember, our focus this week is on being real, not fake. So when you pray for your students, when you're praying out loud, praying together with them, make it real, right? It doesn't have to be this long, glorified, holier than thou prayer. Show them how you are real by just talking with God. Model that for them. Then we're going to end up with this group challenge. I'm going to end with the group challenge, encouraging all of them to do this. It says this week, be real with your small group leader by texting one thing that's important to you. Again, I'm going to encourage them to be super real about what they're texting with me. So hey, that's the lesson for the week. I want to leave you with a quote from Mother Teresa. This was hundreds of years ago, right? And she said, the biggest disease today is not leprosy or tuberculosis, but rather the feeling of being unwanted. And isn't that so true today with our students? They just want to feel wanted. So this week, I encourage you, dig in, be real, not fake with your students, and encourage them to do the same. Hey, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.